in Texas. It's mostly cloudy. Yeah, we may get some rain later, but let's just hope we don't. 81 degrees, and there is Matt Harrison, the man in the middle, heading to work, and he last worked Game 4 of the ALCS. That's a while ago on the 12th. And here he is pitching on the 22nd. And the Cardinals will come to the plate. Tonight's opening pitch will be brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Beautiful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner here tonight. First pitch was thrown out by Dirk Nowitzki, and here's the Cardinals lineup brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun for Kyle first up. Then Alan Craig. He's been a pinch hit hero so far for the Cardinals. Albert Pujols. Matt Holliday is in left. The DH is Lance Berkman. Tony La Russa gave him his choice. He said, I'll do it. I'm more used to it than Alan Craig. Let him play the outfield. Then it's David Freese, Yadier Molina, John Jay batting 8th. And Ryan Theriot is at second base batting 9th. And here are the numbers. 14-game winner during the regular season. And Tim, his Texas team has been hot. Behind him, his last 7 starts, the team's won all 7. He is personally 5-0 with an ERA under 3.
Yeah, and the Rangers have not lost when he started since August 24th. Finally, a World Series start, his first. He could be wild high early. Joe, you mentioned the 10 days since his last start. That could be a problem. But if men are on base, the double play is certainly an ally. In fact, he induced more double plays from a ratio standpoint than any other pitcher in the majors.
So Harrison is throwing him for real. Dirk Nowitzki, who is an NBA champion and in the middle of a work stoppage, was applauded loudly. They love him. The Dallas Mavericks beat the Heat. And Nowitzki said, I don't have a curveball or a knuckleball or a changeup. I just bring the heat. And that was 67 miles per hour. Dug out low by Michael Young. So off we go. Here is for Kyle. And we're glad you're with us tonight on Fox. Strike one. For Kyle, 1 for 7. Switch hitting shortstop. Hit the ball hard a couple of times back in St. Louis, and he pops this one up. It will get out of play for strike 2. Home plate umpire is Alfonso Marquez. With Ron Kolpa at first, Ted Barrett at second, Gary Cederstrom at third. Jerry Lane is down the left field line. He's the crew chief. And Greg Gibson, who worked the plate in Game 2 in St. Louis, is in right. Harrison would like to start this game in grand style, and he almost did right there. 94 miles per hour. Ball 1, a bit up and in. Two and 2. You're down to the number 3 starters, and it is a flip-flop for Ron Washington. Derek Holland was the Game 3 man on the mound and was in front of Harrison in the rotation the first 2 rounds. And he gets the ball tonight, 1 out. And it will bring in Alan Craig, who not only is the first player with 2 pinch hit go-ahead RBIs in the same series in World Series history, but against the same pitcher, Tim, and on just about the exact same pitch.
On the same location, runners on at first and third both times. David Freese was the runner on at third both times. Just remarkable pinch hitting by Craig. And now here he is in the lineup and in the field.
He actually had the best RBI rate of anybody the Cardinals had during the regular season. Had a broken kneecap he suffered through. And Harrison cranks it up a notch, 96 and strike 1. That is a rocket into left. At the wall, it is out of here, and a home run for Alan Craig. And he is 3 for 3 in this World Series, and he's made them all count. And the Cardinals, Tim, have a young star in this kid.
There is no question about it. On the heels of your remark about the RBI ratio, 40 RBIs in 219 at-bats. Think about that. And does he ever launch this middle-of-the-plate fastball? My goodness. Wearing Curt Flood's old number.
And with 1 out, here's Pujols, who takes the ball. We talked about this the other day. The Cardinals, because of Craig, have a lineup that's very suited for an American League style with a DH. And some teams struggle with that. The Cardinals will not here in Texas.
Yeah, that often happens for National League clubs because their lineup and their roster is not designed for DHs.
The count is 2-1.
Get used to that home run ball, folks, because I think you're going to see a lot of that in these 3 games.
That's left side, and Beltre spins. Got it, 2 out. The Cardinals have gone 248 World Series plate appearances between home runs. Pujols game 1 at Detroit in 06. And that reaction for Alan Craig's shot, and it wasn't cheap, here in game 3.
Mark McGuire in the forefront of your picture, said that David Freese has a chance, in his opinion, to win a batting title someday. Can't disagree with him.
Here's Matt Holliday with 2 out, nobody on. And the Cardinals now have scored first in 10 consecutive postseason games. They are getting out in front, and that guy just, but his heart's about to jump out of his chest.
Yeah, I said David Freese. I think Alan Craig and David Freese, from Mark's opinion, could vie for a batting title someday.
Ryan Theriot gets the start tonight at second, and Harrison starts and stops. Ball 2. Alan Craig told you before tonight's game that even as a kid, his stroke as a right-handed batter was up the middle and the other way.
That he actually had to try to pull the ball. You're right.
There's one the other way, and Holliday is on with 2 out.
We're going to show you what Alan Craig did the first 2 ball games off Alexi Ogando. 2 pinch hit appearances, almost in identical spots. One's a little higher in game 2. 2 singles, and tonight, long ball. Looks like a cut fastball from Matt Harrison. Craig took care of it. Wow.
Harrison's not a guy who gives up a lot of home runs, only 13 all year, which is saying something, calling Rangers ballpark home. Lance Berkman, strike 1. He's played a lot in this park because of interleague play with the Astros and Rangers getting together every year. And here he is a .291 hitter in 36 games with 7 home runs. The DH tonight. Strike 2.
There is talk about realignment and having 15 teams in each league. A lot of talk about the Houston Astros being coaxed into joining the American League. Resistant thus far, but we'll see.
After a high hard one, Berkman 94, and it's still 1-2. The Rangers tonight will be taking on a right-hander, Kyle Loesch, who is winless in his career during the postseason. And this game will not end 1-0.
I don't think so.
into center, and Hamilton drifts back to grab it. La Russa likes somebody that can provide damage